Hello and welcome. This is Michelle with PaperStampInk. Thanks for stopping by my channel today, where you'll receive tips, techniques, and tutorials to inspire you in your own paper crafting projects. Now, if that sounds like something that you'd benefit from, make sure you hit that red subscribe button down below, ring the bell, and you'll get notifications of future videos. I wanted to come to you today to share with you about the delightfully detailed laser cut specialty paper. So this is in our annual catalog, and something special that's going on with it right now is this has been added as another one of the options for Saleabration just recently. That's good through the end of March. So I wanted to share with you this beautiful paper and some projects that I made with it that would hopefully inspire you on how you can utilize this. So first off, there's two different sheets of paper in here. You actually get 4 of each of these designs. So there's 2 separate designs, and each of them has a white side and a cream side, or very vanilla side. So lots of beautiful paper. Let me get this one out from underneath so you can see this a little bit better. You get these 6 panels that are very easy to cut apart and make some beautiful card fronts, and you don't have to do a whole lot with them. Then you also get this large 12 by 12 piece that you can use on your cards. You could use it on scrapbook pages. It's a nice large piece. Of course, you can also use these panels on your scrapbook pages as well. And then we've got these wonderful border pieces as well. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 separate borders there. And let me try and bring these up so you can see those a little bit closer. So lots of great, beautiful paper. Now, one tip I'm going to tell you is do take your time when you cut these apart. They will cut very well with your trimmer, but you're going to take your time to line them up so you can get nice, even borders around all of these pieces. So what I would do is cut this strip off first, and then this strip off first, and then you have your panels to cut apart. I found that to be the easiest way to cut apart these pieces. Now let's bring in this other large piece, and this is a 12 by 12 sheet. Just think about how gorgeous of a backdrop this would be for a sampler or a home decor piece or a scrapbook page. So you can put this right on there, and it's going to be very easy and simple for you to dress up your pages. Now, another tip with this is I don't have a piece cut apart to show you, but when I do my cutting, my adhering, and this one's quite messy, but with these detailed pieces, it's going to be very hard for you to get the glue on there. So there's a couple of options you can use. You can use the fine tip glue, that glue pen. That's going to have this very, very fine tip on it that's going to get right in on those little detailed pieces. So that is one option that you can use. And the one that I tend to prefer is I get my silicone mat out, and you'll see I just got done making some of these cards, so I've still got a little bit of wet glue. I take one of the sponges. Now, I'll take the sponges and I actually cut them into quarters, and I use a binder clip and take the prongs off after I get that piece on there. And so I use this to put my glue on. So I tap that glue, and then I put my piece face down and just tap over that to get a little bit of glue on the back. And you do want to make sure you're holding that in place so it's not shifting around and you don't get glue on the front of your piece. So let's go ahead and show you the cards that I made, and I will share I did use sentiments because I wanted to do some ones of encouragement. So I used one of the new cling stamp sets from the Occasions catalog, Strong and Beautiful. And this has, I think, some wonderful sentiments when you're wanting to send words of encouragement. Of course, it's also got great Mother's Day sentiments as well, and friendship sentiments. And then I used one of the Saleabration stamp sets as well. That's part of my story that also has some great sentiments in there, like the world needs more people like you. Here's to those who inspire us and don't even know it. So I apologize for my voice. I'm losing my voice a little bit here. I'm recovering from a cold. So hopefully you guys can bear with me and understand me, and I will do my best to speak up. So I do have a confession to make on these cards. My original intent with these cards was to show you how you can do some very simple, quick and easy cards. And I did that on some of them, but some of them I got a little carried away and just wanted to play around and dress them up. So this one, I think, is one of the simpler cards. So I just took a colored cardstock. I took the one panel there. I used my stitched shapes dies with the oval circle to mount my sentiment right in the middle, and then used some of the glitter enamel dots to dress it up. This one I went a little fancier on this. So this you can, of course, take those panels and color them as well. And so this one I did some blending with my sponge daubers. And then I cut out some of these, or actually punched out some of these butterflies from the Butterfly Gala paper, which is another one of the free Saleabration items. And I am a little bit obsessed with this paper. I just think it's so beautiful. And they've done all the coloring for you. And so if you do get this paper, there is a stamp set and a punch that coordinates. You can fussy cut around these, or you can cut them out, and this will actually size with the large punch. So let me grab that in case you guys haven't seen that. So this is the punch, and there's a large one and a small one. And so if you just take that paper and slide it in there, and I do cut around so I don't mess with getting some of the other pieces punched out by mistake. If you have a little bit of trouble, take a sticky note and attach it to your paper and slide it in there, so you have a little bit something more to grip onto. But I just did 3 of those butterflies on there. I did pop them up with some dimensionals under the wings to give them a little bit more dimension. And then Keep Reaching for Your Dreams, I Will Keep Cheering You On. And that is from that Strong and Beautiful stamp set. This one I used some of our wood DSP and matted that behind the trailing vines or leaves, and just put that on some cardstock. Very clean and simple. This one I didn't do a whole lot with either. I did do some matting, and I used our stitch circles and a circle punch to punch out and mount my sentiment. This one I did also try to keep very simple. I just did a small little banner with the sentiment down in the corner. This I did a couple of punches from vellum with the leaf punch to mount behind there, and again used our stitch shapes dies for the ovals to mount the sentiment. This one uses the new story label punch, and then I took one of those little edge pieces, trim pieces, and put it down the side of some more of that Butterfly Gala paper. This one I had a lot of fun making. This one I really enjoyed this. I took all of those strips and I put them on a diagonal on my card base, black card base, and just played with a design pattern there, and then used one of the black and white butterflies from the Butterfly Gala paper, and put a few of the gems there, and the pretty label punch for the sentiment. This one I used again the square stitch shapes and one of those banner, or the strips that I just put across the bottom there to add some color. And now on these large pieces you can cut those apart as well and do some fussy cutting and do a little taking pieces of those out to mount on your cards. So this one I took a corner and I just found an edge that I liked and cut that piece out and simply matted that and stamped right on the card. And I did the same with this one. I took a piece from the center on this, fussy cut around, and then again just stamped straight on the card base there. So those are some simpler cards. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope it inspires you to use some of this beautiful, detailed, delightfully detailed laser cut specialty paper, whether you pick that up from the catalog or you pick it up as a Saleabration item, I think that you are going to really enjoy all of the beautiful cards that you can make with this. And these did not take me very long at all to get all of these cards completed, and now I have some great cards for a swap that I'm participating in and to send to some friends. You have a great day. Remember to be creative and share with someone you love.